The Edmonton Oilers were pleased to choose Darnell Nurse.
Tournament MVP, Nurse.
High-cast touchdown, number 85, Richard Nurse.
Meet the Nurses, one of Canada's most athletic families.
My mother, Kathy, played for the McMaster Marauders women's basketball team.
My dad, he was a football player, played with the Hamilton Ticats.
My sister, Tamika, played for the University of Oregon and the University of Bowling Green.
My younger sister, she plays for Team Canada and for the Yukon Huskies.
Then there's my brother, obviously Darnell played for the Edmonton Oilers.
Darnell Nurse gets his first goal in the National Hockey League.
You kind of get a sense of, wow, everybody here does really well and are exceptional in their own sports, and now you got to fill in their big shoes that they leave behind.
As you'd expect with a family full of elite athletes, things can get heated at any time.
Our dinner conversations when we were all home is already insane.
There's always somebody trying to see who's, take a knock at somebody and see if they can do something better.
My daughters will compete about, well, I went to this school and we won this award, and I'll say, well, I won this, you guys haven't done anything yet.
A lot of jokes are cracked, and we just have a good time.
Darnell Nurse, the Edmonton Oilers' 2013 first-round draft pick, has been skating since he could walk. But when he was a child, he hoped to follow his father's sporting path.
First of all, I was happy that he wanted to be a ball player, he wanted to be a football player. That's a great thing when your son says, I want to be like you. But I always thought that if you were a pretty smart guy athletically, you could always pick it up later.
It's always a sport that I loved to watch and be around, but my dad didn't want me to get hurt, so he put me into hockey. I don't know if it's much safer, though.
The superior athleticism runs deep in the family. Darnell's aunt, Roxy, was a point guard at Syracuse University, and she's married to former NFL quarterback Donovan McNabb. Growing up, Darnell idolized the 6-time Pro Bowler.
For 2 summers, I went down to Arizona. I was 14, 15. It was a really fun environment to work out in and, see how they push each other on a daily basis and, not only see what it takes to get there, but how much work it takes to stay.
Don's been very influential in his life because Don has seen it all. Part of the reason of sending him there was because he got to work with Don, because he got to work with Larry Fitzgerald. The ability to see what they did, the work, the grind that they had to do every single day to make them successful.
Scores! Darnell Nurse!
Darnell and his little sister Kia, a standout for Team Canada and at the University of Connecticut, are both at a point where scrutiny and pressure are a way of life. Having the ability to confide in each other has been invaluable.
We have a really close relationship. Obviously, there's a big microscope when you play at high levels and you're big players, and I think that's something that a lot of people in my family have gone through.
The first person I text is him because he's the one who'll tell me take a deep breath and do this, that, and this, and you'll be fine. Just play, and it's the best to have someone like that on your side.
Even for this family, where greatness is expected, it's been a year that is nothing short of remarkable.
This year has just been insane, really. You get to the World Juniors and it was an amazing atmosphere. And for them to win and for him to get player of the game, you think that nothing's gonna get better. And then you go to the NCAA championship and it's, it's equal. And then you do the FIBAs and the Pan Americas games, and you just think it can't get any better.
He had his big time to shine with the World Juniors, so then I got to be the cheerleader. And with the summer that I had, he was the biggest cheerleader that I've ever seen in my life.
To see her put her team on her back and hear people chant MVP when she was at the free throw line, it's definitely something that I'll never forget, and definitely a proud moment for our whole family.
I'm blessed as a dad. You see what your children are doing. They don't take it for granted, and they continue to work hard. They're not satisfied with being there. They want to be great.